I distinctly remember the first time I rang the bell here at the Philippine Stock Exchange in September of 2010. Back then, the PSE index was on the cusp of breaching the 4,000 level. We had good reason to believe that it would, since both intraday and closing record highs were observed in the days prior. Now, looking back, I cannot help but think how times have changed, and might I add, for the better. In almost 5 years, we have seen the PSE index go from record high to record high. I'm told 119 in total, with the index breaching the 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, and 8,000 levels. The most recent all-time high was recorded just last Friday, when the index closed at 8,127.48 points, or more than double the index's value the first time we were here together. The only person or two persons that I have heard complain about the increasing stock index is Finance Secretary Cesar Purisima, and duly noted and nodded to in assent by Greg Domingo, who said that if he were not in government, he could have doubled the money that he invested into the stock market in 2010. To which I replied, Cesar, if you were not head of the economic cluster, ably assisted by Greg, then perhaps our economy would not be doing so well. We can only conclude, therefore, that from 2010 to 2016, your fate has determined that you should be helping our economy grow and deriving satisfaction from helping our countrymen profit from the robust economy. Perhaps you can all remember this story as a sign of all the sacrifices those in the cabinet are making each time some are ready to pounce on a government for a perceived wrong. In all seriousness, I am certain that no one can dispute the good news that is the doubling of the PSE index, which stands as a sound reminder of the optimism that continues to surround the Philippines. For instance, I am told the trading activity increased by 40% year-on-year from 457.08 billion pesos in the first quarter of 2014 to 641.59 billion pesos in the same period of 2015. Within that same period, net foreign buying also grew by 182% from 17.33 billion pesos in the first quarter of 2014 to 48.87 billion pesos in the first quarter of 2015. The market of today is drastically different, and I am pleased to see that the PSE is adapting well. Next month, you will be migrating to a new trading system, the PSE Trade XTS, which possesses an enhanced trading capacity and increased risk management parameters. For instance, I'm told the ability to recover from a system failure will happen in the same day. I have no doubt that this system will serve you well in the future, especially since I expect to ring the bell in celebration of the index breaching the 9,000 and 10,000 levels, hopefully before I step down from office. I have been bullish on the Philippines long before we regained our prominence in the global economy, long before we achieved investment grade, and long before the all-time highs the PSE index has recorded. The source of my confidence is the Filipino people, whether here or abroad, whether populating the stock exchange, studying technical vocational training centers, or working in offices around the country. The Filipino people have always been our greatest resource. This is why government has made critical investments in healthcare, social services, and education. We want to empower our citizenry to become greater participants in growing the economy. Just to give you one example, yesterday at an event for the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, it was pointed out that the Tesla-trained mechanic working in Australia now earns almost double the salary of the President of the Republic. This is a story we want to continue replicating, which is why we continue to work towards inclusive and sustainable growth. Those of you who have bet on the capacity of the Filipino people are already profiting handsomely. Having seen what our countrymen can accomplish, you also know that there is no reason we cannot reach greater heights. Might I remind you today that the kind of success, the kind of governance we are experiencing can be a perpetual reality, and that our people will make that happen. I sincerely believe that next year, Filipinos will choose wisely and will choose someone who will likewise tread the straight path. Like any other sector, you have a significant role to play as we celebrate this historic achievement. I invite you to join us in engaging all sectors towards continuing this momentum, not only the momentum for our stock market, but also, and more importantly, of our entire country. Thank you. Good day.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.